What up, fish people? Kenny E with Daniken Aquatics. Well, guys, moving along to one of the last Daniken Aquatics Fish House tour videos for a while. This is the last room I have to accomplish, with the exception I'm going to probably add that one to this video with the, we'll just start there now I think about it. So we're today going to do the rack room, and we'll go ahead and do these two tanks real quick too, because they're the last two that I can't get to. I do have a pleasant announcement. After much fasting and whatnot, I was able to get Drogonet healed up, guys. If you look, we got no more prolapse here. Nothing going on. She's looking great. So old girl looks like she's gonna live, because she's a survivor, aren't you? If this is your first time to our channel, this is our Black Nasty. Her common name is Hyacin. She is a female. Absolutely gorgeous cichlid. Unfortunately, though, she does have to be kept by herself because of her meanness. She's rather ornery temperament. She even bites me when I just try to help her out by cleaning her tank. She won't even allow that. So, but they are absolutely amazing fish. We do plan to get her a mate down the road. We did just deal with an issue. She had half of her intestine hanging out, and it took us a while to get that healed up, but she did finally get it back in where it belongs. So I'll start feeding her now a little slowly. I was afraid we were going to have to euthanize her there for a minute, because she had quite a bit hanging. So then, like I said, we vasted her, and very light feedings when we did. It was either brine or something that was easy to pass. And after a month of encouragement, my old girl is going to be just fine now, it looks like, which is great news for me and Danny. We've had this fish for quite a while, and we would have been devastated had we lost her. So, and this room's a mess right now, guys, but give you a quick glance. This is going to be, hopefully one of these years, our studio. Every time I start to make headway, Danny comes down here and destroys it. This time it was Christmas that threw me off. So inside here, guys, these are Danny's yellow shrimp. This light, and there's way too much duckweed at the moment. I've got to get in here and clean this. This is one of the ones on the list for the morning. But these guys are gorgeous. Light's not really doing them justice, but they are great yellow shrimps. And she's got quite a few of them in here now. Just amazing looking little guys. And this is a 30-gallon tall. Originally we were considering doing plecos in here with them too, but plecos have been known to eat a shrimp or two, I hear. But anyway. Cool little dudes. Now, how can you not love that face, huh? And you guys know Danny. She always has her shrimp tanks just completely overgrown with plants. Kenny's finally going to win this battle. I mean, these things need to start being trimmed and sold, man. Same thing with some of these shrimp colonies. They need to be downsized. And if you hang a right, and another quick right, you're in the room. Now this room, I'll tell you guys up front, I don't know if this is how this whole room is aired. And it is now developing this problem. You hear it? It's just, I don't know if I have to get in there and change some things up. All of a sudden this bad boy is starting to make a lot of noise, which I don't like. So we'll start right here. This is a 20-gallon tall as well. And in here, I just put a bunch of these in there. I'll show you the other tank she had them in. So what I've been working on the last few days is getting some of her guppies under control. But these are her red bluegrass guppies. Cute little guys. They got some nice colors to them. And this is only about half the colony. I still got another, just as many to put in here yet. So I'm sure we'll be doing some of these down the road. She's got tons of fry everywhere. And then we've got some of LRBs. Where are they? She's got some of LRB shrimp in here. I don't know if you guys can see that guy. I'll blow it up for you a little bit. They're his super reds. So they're pretty cool looking. Then down here are some of my wife and I's Vienna Guppies. We got these from Corey from Aquarium Co-op and up north. These are amazing, amazing, amazing guppies, guys. Gorgeous colors. We've got about 3 different tanks of these. We've been trying to split them up to try to take some of the heat off the females because these males never stop in this particular line. They seem to always be frisky. So she's been trying to put 2 males per 5 to 10 females. So far that's worked out. I haven't lost too many females. But they are gorgeous little fellers. And again, that's called a Vienna Guppy. And then I'll take you guys around. This is on the opposite side of the room. This is our 20-gallon long that we've set up for. These are the rainbows. And he's going to hang out up there, and I believe it's because she's on eggs again, but I'll try to home in on it. Way up in the corner. Where is she? Yeah, it's going to make it. She's sitting way up in there. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but that's the female. And I'll see if I can home in on a couple of the babies for you. They're extremely hard to track down. But she's got quite a few babies up in here. I'm sure if I sit here long enough, a couple of them will appear. But if you haven't kept these vampire crabs, I'm telling you, Aquatic Arts has them in stock. They are super, super cool. Danny and I down the road will have some available. We keep having, oh, I see one. Like I said, they're so hard to see. From here, it looks like a speck on there. They love eating algae. That's why we're letting it grow on the back of this tank here. There he is. See that little guy? Ain't he cute? Now that thing is less than my pinky. I mean, he is tiny. I'll home back out so you guys can get a scale for what he looks like. There he goes. And you wonder why I have a hard time finding him. Just a tiny little thing. But anyway, these are super fun. We have 3 different lines of these crabs. Let's see if I can remember them now. I know we've got rainbow, we've got Halloween, and I'll be darned, I cannot remember the last one, but they are cool, cool, cool. And these ones, like I said, are the rainbow. Now in this next tank here, these are the remaining of my little baby humpback linea. And it looks like I got lucky and got some males and females. Danny doesn't want me to keep this line going. She wants me to just give the rest away. But I don't know, guys. There's just something about these linea. Just do it for me. These humpbacks especially. Those tiger stripes are just cool. Now I got these cute little guys, 3-spot gouramis. Cute, cute, cute little fish. I got these at the last BAP, Greater Portland Aquarium Society auction. Nobody wanted to bid on these poor little fish, so I got them for like $2. And they're absolutely gorgeous little fish, little blue ones. Then we've got 2 or 3 of these little panda gare in here. They're not so little anymore, but I get a kick out of these little gouramis. I don't know what it is about them, but then this tank is our screw-up tank. I don't know if you guys have been following the channel for a while, but about a month or two, probably 3-4 months ago, a courageous little panda guppy decided to jump in our Vienna Guppy tank, and we didn't know how long he'd been in there, so these are still looking mostly Vienna, but once in a while you'll see these ones with some wild purple tints and stuff to them. So rather than sell them as Vienna, we've been selling them as Panda Vienna Cross, because we just aren't sure if they've been mucked with. So they are gorgeous though, still, to the most part. But again, when we're putting our name on something, we want to make sure that it's pure and not some crossbreed or weird breed, which most guppy lines have been crossed somehow to get the strain. I understand all that, but this is kind of a cool setup. I bought this tank to be an angel or discus breeding tank, and unfortunately I keep getting side projects, but that's about a 40-gallon cool platform. And I still plan to do something with that. I don't know what yet, but that's going to be something cool. Now, if you make a quick right, this is a 55-gallon. And this houses one of my favorite fish in the house. These are my Exodons. Absolutely stunning fish. I will say I've never had an issue with them until yesterday. I was doing their tank. I don't know if you guys can see this, but one of them decided to give me a whack yesterday when I had my arm in there cleaning. First time. I've had them almost over a year now, and I was rather shocked. First time I've ever been whacked by them. Usually when I'm in there mucking with the tank, they don't mess with me. So I don't know if I startled him as much as he startled me when he whacked me, but it was definitely an eye-opener, and that just goes to show you, yes, they can bite, and yes, they have sharp teeth. But amazing, amazing, amazing fish. Love these guys. Now, if you are going to keep these guys, you can keep plecos and whatnot with them, but you want to make sure that you get the plecos first. If they're in the tank when the fish get dropped, they consider them part of the decor. If they come in the tank after the fish have been established, anything from that day forward are considered prey. So just a little mental note, if you're going to keep them, get your cleanup crew first and then get the Exodons. And when I say cleanup crew, guys, I would still say I wouldn't do much more than plecos. I know their armor and whatnot would be able to hopefully keep themselves from being devoured by these guys, but I have unfortunately seen them tear something up, and it's not pretty. And it wasn't intentional. It was total accident. I had accidentally left one of my Rio Candelaria in here that had been hiding behind one of the structures, and I just missed them. And unfortunately, when I finally saw them, it was too late. These guys immediately pounced on them, and it was over in about 30 seconds. But yeah, these are called Exodon, bucktooth tetras, and I would highly recommend them for anyone. Now this little setup is kind of unique. It's a little rack that we've put, I think it's a total of 12 10-gallons. And there's a little bit of different critters in there. There's a lot of shrimp and live bears and stuff of that nature. And then the bottom one down there is our hospital tank. So if we have something that's looking sickly in one of our main display tanks, we'll put them in there with whatever treatment we decide we're going to do. Right now there's no heater in it, but usually I have a heater in there as well. But believe me, every penny I can save on the old electric costs, when I don't have anybody present, there is a heater taken out. So So I'll start you up here at the top. These are Dumbo red mosaics. And I made the mistake of putting all the stuff in the back here now, so now they feel nice and comfortable hanging in the back. There we go. But they are super nice looking guppy. I do apologize, guys. They're being poops today. They're going to hang in the back. So anything I hate about tanks set up this way is the fact that they do tend to do that quite often. So in this tank, we have LRB's line of Blue Dream shrimp, Neocardinas. This colony's starting to do pretty well. Starting to see tons of babyage. But again, I think the log's in the back there, so they like to hang in the back. That's why I very rarely do much videos on these rack systems, because most of the inhabitants don't cooperate with me. And as you can see, the dense jungle, as most of Danny's shrimp tanks are. Same thing with this tank. These are some reserve LRB Blue Dream shrimp. I think she's only got like 8 or 9 of them in here. And I'll be damned if I can't see a one. I do know she's been fighting some stuff on these. I hope whatever she medicated with, she didn't kill her shrimp, because I'm not seeing any. All right, so moving along. This is our Bloody Mary colony. Now these guys are doing very well. Danny just about made me throw my camera down. She decides to come out of nowhere and saying hello to me from behind, scared to bejesus out of me. I'm not seeing any Blue Dreams in there.
Well, I saw a 10 in here earlier today.
Well, point them out, because I was just looking at. But this Bloody Mary colony is doing very well.
Straight back.
So Danny says she has some.
Yeah.
Where are they?
There's one straight back.
Oh, I see them.
That's just one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You should think there'd be more, wouldn't you?
There's more. I saw them in there this morning.
Okay, see that blurry vision way in the back there? The camera's gonna fuzz out because of the greenage in here. But anyway, you guys get the point. This is getting obnoxious for shooting, by the way. Okay, this is just a mutt guppy tank that I've set up. I've got some endlers in here, but the thing I originally set it up in here for were for these albino strains. So I've got to go through here and get rid of all the ones that are albino again. But look at the colors in some of these endlers. And then in this one is our line of cherries. Between K's and Fishtoberfest, they had put a dent in our cherry population, so now we're just letting them chill out and grow, because they were getting pretty depleted. And these cherries have thrown some ridiculous colors at us. Danny and I have put the weird ones in other tanks. We try to put the same color morphs in the same tank and see what we end up with, but like that one's going to need to be cold. Not digging him. That one will mess your red line right up. But I always give them at least a month or two before I try to cull about every 2 months, because sometimes even though they look ugly as tiny babies, they end up getting the reds in. And then these are some more of those red bluegrass guppies. This is the rest of the tank I have to thin out. I did a pretty good job last night of getting most of them, but there's a few left. I might just let this 2 or 3 females and this one male go for a while longer because he is a gorgeous, gorgeous male. And one thing about me too, guys, if you ever see something in my tanks that you might be interested in, it doesn't hurt to ask. I do sell things and I do have the ability to ship. I don't necessarily make a living off of selling my fish, but we definitely do that from time to time. So most of our guppy lines and most of our shrimp lines we do sell. So something to keep in mind if you're ever in the market for such things. Then here, these were caught right here in one of our local rivers. These are called a banded killi, and the scary thing about this, these are not native to Oregon. These are native to North Carolina. How they ended up in our rivers, nobody will ever know. Where did you go, little killi? These guys are, oh, there he is. These guys are super stealthy. There he is. Come on, focus, fish. There we go. I'll just leave it like that. And come on, slow down, guy. These guys are even worse than guppies when it comes to trying to film. They're so sporadic. But anyway, they're doing good well in here. Down here, this would be an unidentified guppy line. My wife isn't here at the moment, but she got these from a good friend of ours, Erica Booth. She bought the last few lines of fish she had. And they are gorgeous. Here's some more. I spent all day yesterday on these. This whole thing was just inundated by duckweed. Hence the reason why Danny wants me to do a duckweed dance, because she had this duckweed, this whole house duckweed free about 3 months ago, and for some reason we got a bunch of it back. Oh, there's one. Let me see if I can get in on her before she goes running off this time. Or he. Oh, that's a she. I don't know where the males are hanging right now. But as you can see, it's pretty heavily planted. Now these are my favorite of the lines she just got. These are some cool albino looking ones. These guys are double sword too. Look at that. See how it's got the double sword, that male there? His sword's not as defined, so I might have to put him elsewhere. But see those two in the back there? Absolutely stunners. And you heard Danny and I on my stream Friday night talk about my solo baby Rosie Barb. There he is. And those are the mom and dad. But look at the reds in this Rosie Barb, guys. Absolute stunners. And I've got the leftovers of my Splendens in here. That's what probably ate my babies right there. I forgot that they were in here. And if somebody local to the Pacific Northwest needs a couple of female Splendens or has males, I'd either buy some males from you, or if you'd need a female, maybe I'd trade you a male for a female. Anyway, guys, one more pan through. That was the rack room. And you guys at the beginning got to see the future Daniken showroom. Anyway, guys, as always, love your fish. Sorry this video got so long. I maybe should have done this in 2 parts too. But anyway, you all have a great night. Have a great start to your weekend. Peace out, guys.